right, guys, welcome back. This is Temu number 2. We had a first shipment in, about a month ago, and now what I want to do, I got another shipment in from Temu, and we don't know exactly how this trade war with China is going to turn out, and the tariffs and everything, so they may not be shipping. I'll check the website and drop an image of that if they're still shipping or what it says on the website. Let's break into the next shipment. On this one, I ordered a lot of fly tying material, or not a lot, but a few that I needed, and we'll see exactly what we got. That's a much easier opening package this time. So let's see what we got. Everything is kind of bubble wrapped inside of itself. Hey, and stay tuned to the end, because at the end, I'm going to go over some new viewpoints on the first shipment and how that turned out, and some things I've discovered in the meantime about Temu shipment number 1. Whoa, lots of nice stuff in here. I love it, love it, love it. It's like Christmas all over again in February. All right. First, 2.5 millimeter. These are gold tungsten beads, and it has a lot of writing on it on the packaging, and both of these look legit. They're not as polished as a normal package of these gold beads you'd see in the store, whether it's a big box or not. These look a little dull, and the sizing looks the same. It's kind of, let's see what I've got here. It says, and there's just a ton of writing on here. I mean, a ton. It's from Shanghai, Minhan Network Co. Limited, manufacturer. I can't read it because I can't say it. That's a tungsten. I think yeah, these are both tungstens, and they look the same size, but they're not. They're just a fraction different. Okay, beads, great. That's a bead, man. What do you want from a bead? Here is some mohair yarn. Now, I don't have any mohair yarn, and I'm just gonna experiment with it on some flies I'm tying. Let's see what that looks like. Mohair yarn. Looks like real mohair. It looks like yarn. So that's a color that I would use. It has a different manufacturer name on it and a different address. So these guys, and there's an email address on here too if you wanted to cut through all this for these guys. So that's interesting. Like I said, we don't know if they're going to be shipping much longer because of the trade war, tariff war with China. Oh, here's a pretty neat. I wanted one of these for small nymphs. It's a fly box they make. It's almost like the ones you find in the fly shops where they actually like put their name on it. They order them by the truckload and put their name on it. Let's see if I can figure out how to get it open. It's foam with the cuts on it. See if I can not break it when I open it. Man, this is complicated. But that's good. It won't open very easily when you're in the water. There it is. It's got a little Chinese hair with it. A Chinese person's hair. So that's that. The foam is the right density. I've had some others with the density of the foam being too dense. This feels right. So that's a pretty neat little super thin fly box. One-sided. You can see through it so you can see what's in there. Like it, like it. Now, what is in here? This says nothing I can read. I cannot read that. Oh, so it's easy to open the bag. Now it's hard to actually open the bag in the bag. Let's see what we've got. I hope I don't destroy it on the way. Try it like this. Let's see if we can get this open. Yeah, be careful doing that, because this stuff was stuffed in. Okay, some crystal. This is you can order a group or a bunch or bundle of this. This is the small Midge flash, and these are the colors I got, because every single batch of these has a color I don't need. But this one had the most of colors I would need for doing the crystal flash Midge size on the flies I tie. So that's pretty neat. Good color. There's the gold. There's a rainbow effect purple. There's the white, very useful right now for tying the flies I'm tying for sand bass. The black is also good for black on black. Purple, of course, we know about that. It works for snook down in Brownsville, and it works for bass. And then the silver is a throwaway to me. I haven't really had a lot of use for that, but I can hold on to that, and it'll come in handy sometime when I start experimenting. So that was what that was, is a little bundle of 5. You get a colored choice on those on the website, and then what you do is you make your choice and you live with it. If I can get this one open without tearing it. Oh, man, they make these packages one way or another. They become very difficult. So here we go. Here's another. This is craft fur. I ordered. Oh, this is tiny. Okay, this is not good. This is not good. I ordered another batch of colors of craft fur, and these compared to the, oh, there's some other stuff in here too, so they bundled some stuff. Oh, this all goes with the craft fur. It comes with some eyes and some heads, those clear plastic heads to make your flies that I never make. So we got a little tiny blue. It seems pretty long, but it's so little quantity. I mean, there's a very little quantity. Yellow, ugly green. We got the brown, very useful. We got this. You know, this cost like barely anything, like $7 or $8. So for $7 or $8, I mean, it just keeps on, it keeps on coming. Look at this, black, white, sharp, hot pink, another, looks like another brown. This one looks really, oh, it's got some mottled stuff on it, you know, some design on it, and then red. But let's pull a red out and just see really how much is in there. It looks pretty wimpy. See how tiny it is? However, what you're looking for is the length. And the length on this length looks pretty good now. But how much is in there? So you gotta sort this out and take it like that and sort it out. And this is actually longer than what I find in the United States, just out of the stores. That's pretty good length right there. But it's not very much. I mean, look at that quantity. I mean, it's just pretty, I don't know. It's okay, you know. It'll make probably, I don't know, 8 flies maybe for one of these whole patches. And if you pull up in the middle, the length is still, you gotta check this stuff. The length in the middle is still pretty good too. So it's okay, but it looks like something that they use to make kind of like mask and stuff with. I don't know that it's actually intended for fly tying. And the cut on the back is kind of whacked. They just hacked it on the back. So anyway, that's what that is. Now guys, I had a couple of items there in the last, which was the first Temu order, and they were curious to me because, you know, seemed almost too good to be true. Let's start with this. The UV resin. Okay, I ran this through my test of using it and curing it. This is old school UV resin, okay? This is the industrial kind that puts off the smell. It doesn't put off any heat, but it definitely, and the density's good, pretty good. But it doesn't, it puts off a pretty good odor. And if you touch it afterwards, after it's totally hardened and dry, it will dull, okay? So if you like a bright, shiny, clear, see-through, you don't want this because it will mottle down and dull down. And if you want that, then you want this. So it depends on what you're doing when you're tying flies, okay? But that's the way this UV resin works. And the smell, if you let these guys air out, the smell will go away, but it is kind of off-putting when you're using this stuff because it really has that industrial smell of UV resin, quick drying resin. Number 2 on the follow-ups. Showed you these. This is legit, completely legit. However, the thing is, I think that this is an older generation of the third-hand rod holder by OPros. So I saw one in a store in a big box, and it was on a bigger cardboard backing, and the backside the way they might have changed the harnessing, the hooking way of hooking into belts or over your pants or whatever you want to hook it onto. They may have changed that since this generation. These are real. There's no doubt in my mind. These are real. But they may have changed something about the design along the way. Otherwise, it works. I mean, they're going to work. And I will wear these or take these when I need to actually have a third hand free. This is it, to hold a rod while you're doing something else. Okay? Pretty cool. Thanks for watching, guys. That's Temu 2. There will not be a Temu 3 probably. You've seen it, you know it. You can experiment with the stuff you want to get as far as fly tying materials. And if you want to, I see people on YouTube experimenting with fly rods that are $40 from there. Boy, what a nightmare that could be. But I mean, you know, it could be good too because they come with a rod and a reel and it's like $100. It usually ends up being more work than it's worth to go that route, and I'll explain that in a later video. Go back and watch Temu number 1 video, the original Temu video, if you're trying to understand where this came from and how this all came about. I will put hopefully I flashed up a couple things about the website on here while this video is going on, so you will know whether or not you can still order and receive from China direct, because that's where this comes from. And you're looking at a, gosh, at least I would give it a 10-day window. If you're in a hurry, you can forget about it, because it's going to be 10 days compared to overnight Amazon, you know, whatever Amazon can do for you, or what, you know, your local fly shop is always your best bet if you've got one that's reliable. But otherwise, just hang tight and we'll see where China goes with this. You know, the prices are going to go up no matter what. So that's that. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to like. If you want to subscribe. But please watch the end of my videos and share these darn things. Tell somebody else about Temu number 2.